There are a lot of challenges of mobile learning to begin with. So a lot of the challenges are around the device itself. If you're providing your device to your learners, that eliminates a lot of the challenges to begin with. But most organizations wind up doing a bring your own device philosophy, where you have to account for all the different devices that your learners might have and the different versions of the software that might be on the different devices. So there's a lot of challenges inherent to that. When you take mobile learning into a technical environment, you have some other challenges as well, namely around whether they're allowed to have the device where they are currently located. So it's really hard to do mobile training if, for example, your learners are in the transportation industry and have to have their phones or their tablets stowed and off in their bag while they're on the job. Well, it's a little hard for them to do any kind of mobile training when the mobile device is forbidden. Other challenges are the environment that they're actually in and the infrastructure. So do they have a mobile signal? Do they need to be able to view the content offline? Other things around where they're located and how safe is that mobile device. So is the mobile device going to get hurt if they're on a fork truck or if they're on a big piece of equipment? Do you need to have some sort of a tough case or something that's going to keep that protected and safe from impact of any kind of things that are going on in the environment? So those are just some of the challenges that you might see with mobile development or mobile training in a technical realm. There's really two different things that we're talking about when we talk about mobile training. We talk about mobile compliance and we talk about mobile training. So mobile compliance is where you're able to view the training module that you're looking to view on a mobile device. Mobile training is where we're actually targeting that mobile device as our method of deployment. So if we're talking about mobile training, we want to start thinking about short bursts of knowledge. So think about checklists that people can bring up as just-in-time training. Think about short training videos that they can do, 5 minutes or less, that they can quickly access from a mobile device, get the information that they need and be able to go back to work. Think about things like scanning a QR code and getting information on a piece of equipment, getting information on a specific topic that they're looking for. Those are just some of the things to consider when you're thinking about what are best use cases for mobile training. Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. When you want to get started in mobile learning, we have a little acronym that we like to remember, is that you're looking to reach your learners. That's one of the benefits of a mobile device, is that you're able to reach your learners wherever they're at. So when we think about reach, we think about researching your different options. So you want to look at the different options that are available from systems that they can use, from the different devices that they can use. You then want to evaluate those different options. So start talking to people in your organization and have them test them out and see how they're at. Some devices are better than others from a deployment perspective. It all depends on what you're looking to do with it. You then want to adopt, and that's where you want to have some of your early adopters, some of the people who are really going to be innovative and be creative and be willing to overcome some of the stumbling blocks you may have right out of the gate. And that's going to be something that you would want to be able to have those early adopters in your court, getting them to buy into the solution and getting them to be a part of that solution. You then want to be able to communicate your message. So from a communication standpoint, you want to communicate the message of what devices you've selected, what your strategy is going to be across the broader organization. And then lastly, as you're reaching your learners, you want to provide help. So making sure that you have the support that learners may need to be able to be successful using these mobile devices. So if I could give one piece of advice from a mobile training standpoint, it's think very carefully as you start to embark. So a lot of organizations will get very excited about mobile learning, and they will go and they will buy iPads for the entire organization, and then they will start to think about that strategy. Mobile learning is something that you definitely want to have a strategy put in place first. You want to do your due diligence. You want to do some thought process of how you're going to deploy your content before you jump into what your solution looks like. So it's definitely one of those situations where you want to think before you leap.